Good morning students and welcome to the online tutorial of Shri Eknath Khadse Talent School Muktai Nagar. Let me introduce myself first. I am Meenal Murhekar and I am going to take your science lectures, right? So our syllabus is vast and we need to cover it very fast, right? So let us start with the first chapter. What we have, that is matter in our surrounding. This is our first chapter. So what do you know about matter? Tell me. What we have learned till yet? What is matter? Matter is what? Anything that occupies space and have some mass is known as what? Matter, right? And what a matter made up of? Matter is made up of particles, right? So see this chalk, this duster, everything is made up of what? Matter. So everything around us like air, this plants, this desk, this chair, this water bottle, everything is made up of what? Everything is made up of particles, right? Or it occupies space and also has some mass. Yes, isn't it interesting that air has also mass or air also occupies space, right? To prove this, what we will do one activity, right? We have done this earlier, but to conclude that we are repeating here again. What we have to do? We have to take one balloon and we have to blow that balloon. Air will be blown inside that balloon and what will happen? The size of the balloon will increase. So have you seen this? Yes. So the size of the balloon will increase and what it will show? That the air also occupies space, right? So we have seen this concept that anything that is that occupies space and have some mass is known as matter, and matter is made up of particles. So before this physiology or before this concept, what is mentioned that matter is made up of what? Matter is made up of Panchatattva. Have you heard about this word Panchatattva? Yes, matter is made up of Panchatattva. Panch means panch and Tan Tattva means elements. So, what are these 5 elements? These are air, water, earth, fire and sky. These are the 5 elements through which any matter is made up of. So, nowadays scientists believe that matter has 2 natures. And what are these? One is physical nature and one is chemical nature. What physical nature of matter states? It's according to the physical nature of matter, it can be classified in 3 states, and that 3 states we are well aware of that. But what are that? We can classify the physical states of nature, physical nature of matter, and these are solid, liquid and gas. And what with the chemical nature also we can classify matter in 3 parts. And what are these? These are elements, compounds and molecules. Okay. So next we have to learn about, first we are going to learn about the physical nature of matter. So here what I have written, physical nature of matter. Matter is made up of particles and particles of matter are extremely small. So here to prove that matter is made up of particles and these molecules are very small, we are going to perform 1 or 2 activities. Okay. First we will discuss about, it is believed that matter is either continuous or particulate in nature. Continuous means what? Same at every part. Okay. And particulate means what? Matter is made up of particles, small particles. So first these two were suggested, but nowadays we know that matter is made up of particles only, and to prove this we are going to do some activities right now. Okay. So what we have to do here? We have to just take one test tube. We have taken one test tube and filled it with water. Now what we have, what we will do, while we are taking water in this beaker, add some sugar too. Okay. So first when we add the sugar to the solution, what will happen? The sugar molecules, the sugar crystals will settle down first here, right? It will settle down here. After some time when we stir that solution, what will happen? These sugar molecules will get mixed with it. Why they get mixed? Because these are made up of, one sugar crystal is made up of many small particles, and when we stir that solution, what will happen? The one crystal will get divided into small particles and it get mixed with this water molecules. Now each particle shows some movement inside this water. To get mixed, they show some movement, and each particle show movement. Here water particles are also showing some movement, and these sugar crystal molecules are also showing some movement, right? So this movement, what these are performing, this movement, these molecules, this movement is known as what? This movement, this random movement is known as Brownian movement. What it is known as? It is known as Brownian movement. So from this we can we may say that here what we get the solution here. First we have two ingredients separately, but now what we get a solution of sugar, right? So due to this random motion of both, we get a continuous solution of sugar, which shows that matter is made up of particles. Now there is a space in between particles, which shows that it is not continuous. Here spaces in between this solution is also present. So from this we can conclude that matter is not continuous, as we have seen earlier. Matter is particulate in nature, right? Because of these spaces only, these particles get mixed with each other, right? So have you tasted a lemonade at home? Does it taste different all time? With every sip, does it taste different, or whole time truly it tastes the same? What happened? It tastes the same, right? So why it is so? Because all the ingredients what we have added to the water, that are get mixed properly inside the solution, and that's why that tastes same throughout. Okay. So this activity shows what? This activity shows that particles are mixed up with each other and in the spaces which they have provided to get mixed. Okay. So this activity shows that matter is made up of particles and it has spaces in between, and they have a continuous random motion. Okay. Now we have to perform one activity again. Okay. What we have to do here right now? We have to take again one beaker. But before this, what we are going to do? Before this, just get one information that a raindrop is also made up of many particles. Can you imagine a small raindrops? A raindrop is made up of how many particles? A small raindrop is made up of 10 to the power 21 particles. Can you imagine this? Can you imagine? Do you know 10 to the power 21 means what? 0, 0, 0 till 21 times. This much particles are present in one raindrop. So from this we can say that every small thing is made up of particles. So See here. Again, what we have to do, we have to perform one activity here also. What we are doing here, we are taking one beaker. We are adding here 100 ml of water. Added 100 ml of water and some crystals of 4 to 5 crystals of what? Potassium permanganate. Here we have taken some crystals of potassium permanganate. Have you dissolved crystals of potassium permanganate in water? This solution, when we dissolve potassium permanganate in water, the solution becomes purple in color. What in color? Purple in color it becomes. So again, now what we will do here, we will name this beaker as beaker number 1. Now again we will take another beaker. In this beaker, what we will do, we will take 90 ml of water and 10 ml solution from this beaker, from beaker number 1. What will happen? Here also we get a solution, purple colored solution, but this solution is fader than this, lighter than this. Name this beaker as beaker number 2. Again take another beaker. Here also take 90 ml water and take 10 ml of water from beaker number 2. 10 ml of solution from beaker number 2 we have taken. Name this 3, and what we observe here, this time this solution is lighter than this solution, right? Again take beaker number 4. Here also what we have to do, we have to take 90 ml water and 10 ml solution from beaker number 3. What we will observe here too, here also this is fader than this one. Okay, again we have to repeat this with another beaker. We have to take 90 ml water and add 10 ml of solution from beaker number 4 and name this beaker 5. What will happen here? Here also the color is fader. So when we are adding next to next the potassium permanganate crystal, what it is happening, while we are diluting the solution, the color of the solution get faded, right? So why this is happening? Why the color is getting lighter? Tell me. This is because the particles of that potassium permanganate are very small in color. They are get diffused in this water, and due to this, what happened, when we add some particles of this potassium permanganate from this solution, when we have moved this 10 ml of solution from this beaker to this beaker, what will happen? Some particles of potassium permanganate from this beaker comes in this beaker, from this beaker to this, from this to this, and from this to this. That's why this activity concludes that a matter is made up of particles, and what? When we are keep on diluting, we are getting particles through the color is fading. So this is because we are taking some particles from one beaker to another, and another to another, another to another. That's why the color is getting faded. So this proves that particles of matter are extremely small in size and they can move from one place to another through this. Okay, they are very minute, extremely small in size. That's why we are able to move them from one place to another, right? So this activity we can perform at home too, but I don't think that you have potassium permanganate with you, so you can perform this activity with Dettol. What you have to do, you just have to take 100 ml of water, you have to add Dettol into it. What will appear here? The solution will become white and the smell will also come, right? So again, when you keep on diluting that, the color of the solution will change and the odor, the smell of Dettol will also decreases. Okay, just try this at home. Now what we have seen yet, we have from these two activities we have concluded two physical activities. What are these? Particles of matter have spaces in between them. How we can conclude that? When we have taken a beaker of sugar, right? That sugar, when we add sugar in that water, the volume of water does not increases, right? Is it increased? No, it is not increased. So this statement conclude what? That liquid have some spaces in between that. That solution have some spaces in between that, due to which the particles of sugar get mixed with that, or that occupies that space that is free in that liquid. So because of that only the volume does not increases and the particles of sugar get mixed with the water. So this conclude what? Particles of matter have space between them. Now particles of matter are continuously moving, right? From this activity we can show that particles of matter are continuously moving. So one more example we can take the example of incense stick, right? Do you know incense stick, agarbatti, right? What we used to do, we have to burn, we have to lighten up that incense stick in the corner of the room. But from after some time, what happens? The particles move. Okay, the particles move around, or we can smell that incense at another corner too. So this shows what? This shows that particles are continuously moving, right? And another one thing it shows is it shows that particles attract each other, right? What it shows? It shows particles attract each other. Means if I am standing in this corner and I have lighten up that incense stick in that corner, what will happen? That molecules of incense stick will attract my side molecules. That's why that particles get attracted, and I am able to smell that fragrance. Okay, same thing happens with when we use perfumes. Okay, so next property is what? Particles of matter attract with each other. So this we can show with this example to see. This is a duster, right? And now what I have to do? I have to pass my hand through this duster. But क्या मैं ये कर पा रही हूँ? नहीं, right? So I am not able to pass my hand through this. So this shows what? That the particles of this duster are attracted to each other so packed that I cannot pass anything to this. Take another example. We have taken liquid, right? And through this liquid I have to pass my hand. Is it easy to pass your hand? Yes, it is easier. Why? Because it is liquid. Now, if we pass our hand through the vapors of boiling water, then what will happen? We are able to move or pass our hand easily. This is because particles are attracted to each other, but some different extent. It changes along with the state of matter. The attraction of particles changes with the state of matter. You may see in solid that are closely packed, in liquid they are loosely packed, and in gaseous form they are little bit more loosely packed. So this is the next thing what we are going to learn in this in this chapter again. So just take revision of this first. Let us revise. After this, we will learn what are the three states of matter, that are solid, liquid and gas.